Hello everybody, my name is Paul Callahan. My wife and I, we own and run Harp and Shamrock Croft here in Wellford, South Carolina. We're a certified naturally grown farm. And today for the Teaching Tuesday segment, we're going to show you how to burn holes in some row covering. The importance of this, it allows you to spend more time harvesting and less time weeding your crop. We're going to just give you a little overview and demonstrate how easy it is, but you will need some row fabric. This is a middle of the road that you can buy at any greenhouse supply store. I do not recommend using the stuff you would buy at a box store. It's really thin, and as soon as you hit a little bit of heat to it, it's just gonna completely disintegrate on you. And you're also gonna want a piece of wood. This is about a 1/2 inch piece of plywood, and I used a 3-inch bit here to get through and to create my holes. They're 3 inches each, and then from center to center of each hole, you're looking at about 8 inches or so. And you'll also notice that you want to have the piece of wood hang over just a little bit because it helps to tamp it down when you're actually burning the holes. But then if you draw some lines from the lines that you see on the weave fabric here, it helps you to stay true as much as possible. Also, you'll notice once we start burning that it's not perfectly straight, the lines on the board, so they do come off a little bit on the weed, but as long as you get it a little right where you need it, basically, you'll be able to burn holes and keep everything fairly consistent. Just keep those in mind, but you'll actually need a flame weeder and a small bottle of propane. And this is just a lawn and garden torch. You can get them at most garden centers now online. And then we just happen to have some of the propane, but you can get those as well. So let's jump in and show you the first holes of what we're doing here. And we'll go from there. Just turn it on. You can kind of hear that starting to go through. Give it a click, which is nice, has an automatic starter. And then you'll start here. So what we have learned, a couple of good tips. One, stand on the wood as you're doing it, and you want to go straight down. If you go at an angle or you don't stand on the wood, we notice that the flame goes up underneath the wood and it creates a bigger hole. Now, that might not be bad depending on what you're growing, but again, we're trying to get everything to be as symmetrical as possible and consistent. So you just take it and you're just going to go down. And I'm barely even, I'm not even touching the fabric. I'm hovering about 1 inch before it. I try not to go over again because I tend to burn a bigger hole than what I wanted to. And all you're doing is kind of going up and down. And then that. So now the great part, if you're by yourself, the way it's set up, you can grab this and move it yourself, keeping the flame away from you or anybody that might be around. You want to take it, line those lines up there. And as I said, my top 2 holes on the ends are fairly consistent, so that's what I've been using as my marker. And then lining up here, and then handing off. And I'll let my second youngest daughter jump in and show you, just to show you how easy it is. Go ahead, Penelope. Step off and let's look at your holes. All right, those look good, Penelope. All right, Judah, I'll have you give it a shot. Lining them up. Sometimes you got to come over and just give it a little tug because the weave fabric it shrinks it. All right, Judah, if you want to go ahead and grab that from Penelope. And it does kind of time out if you're not using it. There you go. All right, Judah, if you want to jump in and give it a go. So there you have it. This usually takes about an hour to do each one. We a little slower on this one because we are showing you what we're doing step by step. We'll put some information on the link, and if you have any questions on materials or other details, we'll be happy to answer them. But we used weed fabric last year in the gardens. We noticed a huge improvement of yields, and this year we're increasing the amount of row covering so we can spend less time weeding. Other than that, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Let us know what you think.